life would have been, how shallow I would have been. It was about things. It was about the corner office. You know, all good stuff. I don't belittle any of it, really. But who I am today is a result of that visit from those special angels. They came and they brought me the gift of alcoholism. Right? Yeah. I still have trouble saying that. But they, you know, at first, the first signs of my wife's problem were laughable to me. It wasn't, maybe it's me. I have trouble, you know, forget acceptance, I have trouble with awareness. But I was, and there was denial. But she started to have some sort of bubbly white wine for breakfast. It was champagne or cold duck, or I forget what it was. But that was her breakfast. And, you know, I didn't get excited. Okay, it's a little strange, but there it is. Then I'd come home from work and she'd have a pitcher of vodka gimlets. Say, let's go sit in the back and we can relax and have some gimlets. And so I did that. I thought it a little strange that my daughter was my daughter is with us today. That's my daughter, Lori. Her 9th birthday party was at a bar in Kingston, New Jersey.
That's right.
Good Time Charlie's, my wife's favorite bar. And I'm sure, I wasn't there, but I'm sure Bev drank the afternoon away, and she had an entertainer and you know, rather grandiose, but that was almost expected at that point. Well, the good, laughable alcoholic didn't stay that way. You know, I have a friend who married an alcoholic, and we were talking one day over a cup of coffee, and he said, oh, it's terrible. She has wine at dinner, and then she finishes the bottle, then she opens another one, passes out on the couch, and that's my wife. Look how, you know. And I'm thinking, gee, if that was my wife, I probably never would have made it to Alanon. I would have flipped on a football game and my wife liked to fight. She got mean when she drank. She was critical, she was judgmental. It made no sense. I mean, what she said was nowhere as near accurate, but it didn't matter. She was sending me the signal, hey, time to fight. I want to argue for the rest of the evening into the night. And I wasn't in Alanon. I didn't know she was an alcoholic. I didn't know women could be alcoholics. I never heard of any of that. But we argued. I said, because I had built a reservoir of anger of what she was doing, and I took it personally. She was doing this to me. She was doing this to my kids. She was doing this to our family. So there was a lot of anger. And I couldn't have spelled the word detachment. I had no idea about that whole concept. Well, I'm not going to take you through a drunk-a-log. You've all been there in one form or another. And it was pretty terrible. I did, you know, a lot of people don't really, are sort of, don't want help or don't think there is help. I was not shy about that one. We went to Trinity Family Services in the town over. We went to a high-priced shrink in Philly. We lived in New Jersey, in central New Jersey. What other forms of help? None of that helped, by the way. None of them put their finger on the simple problem of alcohol. I took my best friend out to lunch and said, I got a problem. Let me share this with you, and maybe you can give me some feedback. Well, I went through what was happening in my household, and he sort of shrugged and said, leave her. Just leave her. And I had considered that, and as much as anything, I didn't know how to do that. I had 2 small children, and I figured, well, you put one under each arm and move into the local motel. Do you go to a lawyer and just end it all? Do you, my biggest fear was that she'd become a bag lady. I really felt I was holding, that was the stability. I put the roof over their head, and she took the kids to school, and that was the structure that kept her from pushing a wagon around town. That may be an exaggeration, but that was my fear. My fears were exaggerated, unrealistic, but they were real. So that was no help. I went to my sister. I figured I'd try family, and my sister Harriet said, poor Alan. That was devastating. I was a little embarrassed or whatever,